What up? Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Or not. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, today I'm coming at you from my car, and I'm going to keep this short and sweet, and I'm going to get right to the point. I want to talk about emotions today, and you don't have to be a robot. So I think that a lot of people have this misconception that mastering your emotions means that you don't have any. All right. Stoics get a lot of bad rap because of that. They want you to not let your anger and your emotions control you, which means being a master of them. It doesn't mean you can't show emotion, right? Ever. It doesn't mean that you turn your shit off. It doesn't mean that you like, people want you to have emotions and show your emotions and be vulnerable and let them in. They want you to let them in, right? That's totally fine, and you can do that, right? But the deal with mastering emotions in the Loric sense of the word is not abstinence, right? Abstinence only education doesn't fucking work for anything. See, it's almost like telling somebody never ever ever use a gun for anything. And then you got one group over here saying, "No, man, use a gun if you have to for self-defense, whatever." That kind of thing. So, where Stoics, they have this big deal, I don't know, they have this hang up with anger. Seneca actually says that anger is temporary madness, temporary insanity, anger, temporary insanity. And they advise just don't even do it. Like, don't even play with fire, okay? Which is what makes me think we need to talk about playing with fire. So, I'm going to give you one analogy, the firefighter analogy, and let's talk about I'm going to give you 3 things you can do to manage your emotions so they don't get the best of you, okay? Number 1, the firefighter analogy. I use this because being a master of your emotions, and let's just say that anger is the emotion that we're talking about, but it really applies to any emotion. Mastering your emotions doesn't mean just putting the fire out, okay? A good firefighter has studied fire. They know what it does, how it works, how it spreads, everything about fire science and shit. I contend that someone who's a master firefighter will also be able to start fires and control them. It's called a controlled burn, right? Theoretically, if everything goes well and they can predict all the parameters, they should be able to start a fire, and have a controlled burn, and they can get rid of the undergrowth or whatever it is in the forest that's causing the danger later on. They can clear the air, right? They can get rid of all this stuff, the tension, I would say, of the forest. Not just putting fires out, all right? That to me is a master. A master is someone who can both put fires out and start them responsibly and be able to control that deal. The problem with emotions when you don't know how to control them is they get out of hand. You cause a forest fire. The destruction is extensive. When you're pissed off and you act out of anger, you are going to play cleanup for a long time if you can. You're doing damage control. You waste a lot of energy doing damage control and cleanup after the fact when you act out of anger, when you have this temporary insanity that the Stoics talk about because your anger got the best of you, right? It controlled you. You did not control it. So that's why we say, as Lorics, okay, that's why we say mastering your emotions doesn't mean having none. It means being able to control them. You being able to turn it on and use it and regulate the amount that you want and not let it get control of you. That actually is possible. And Yeah, it's dangerous to play with fire, but I'm not going to tell you not to be angry ever. There are some times when I think being angry is warranted, um, and if you can keep yourself from going off the deep end, whatever. Anyway, because we're going to treat emotions like a fire, because of the fire analogy, I want to give you 3 things to help you manage your emotions. Anger. We'll use anger again, but really this works for any emotion. Lust, greed, impulse control, all of this, okay? So if you have a fire, every fire needs 3 things. There's a triangle. Make sure let's just say there's a triangle. Every fire needs 3 things in order to operate. It needs fuel, it needs oxygen, and it needs heat, okay? The fire triad. Those are the 3 things that every fire needs, right? So, if your emotions are like a fire, the way to handle them and to control them is fuel, oxygen, and heat. So, fuel is the things that piss us off, or whatever emotion, insert other emotion here. But if you're using anger, fuel are the things that piss us off. So, don't add fuel to your fire. Get rid of it. Avoid the things that piss you off. Okay? The things that piss you off. Or stop getting pissed at trivial things. If you do this, then you won't get angry. If you start to rethink the things that piss you off and say that's not actually a big deal, you're not adding fuel to your own fire by concentrating on that thing. You're not going to feed that fire by going, that really irks me. This guy really got under my skin. This shit really pisses me off. If you're in that kind of a mindset, everything's going to piss you off. And you're going to waste all sorts of energy all the time. So, fuel. Remove the thing that pisses you off. Okay? Oxygen. Number 2, oxygen. Every fire needs oxygen because it's flammable. But anyhow, oxygen, if fuel is the thing that pisses us off, oxygen is the source of that thing. So assume that this is a person. Oxygen might be a person, and the thing that they're doing is the fuel. Make sense? So if you want to snuff your fire by getting rid of the oxygen, stay away from the person that pisses you off, not just the thing that they... So don't get pissed at the thing they do if it's not even a big deal. If it's just annoying, learn to let that shit go, okay? Or abstain from hanging out from this person. Just don't even go near them. Don't talk to them. If you know they piss you off, stay away from them. Don't engage them, okay? So that's how you get rid of the oxygen part of the fire. And number 3 is heat, okay? You've all heard this, and this is very good advice. You need to cool down. You need to cool off. Yeah? Because anger is like a fire inside you. So getting rid of the things that piss you off by either not getting pissed or staying away from them, literally removing yourself from the people and the situations that piss you off. Number 3, giving yourself space and time to cool off. If you feel this is anger management like 101. If you feel yourself getting enraged, incensed, heated, step away. Give yourself time and space to cool off. Even Seneca says that the best cure for anger is time and space. Delay. Anyway, so that's using the 3 things that create a fire to handle your emotions, all right? So try it. It works on any emotion. That's it for today, all right? I hope that everybody can be satisfied with the content of this video and that I didn't wander off too much and that I got to the point, and I didn't even promote myself. That's another thing that pissed a lot of people off. By a lot, I mean like a couple. That's an exaggeration. But I have to promote these videos because I don't have enough subscribers to monetize yet. So subscribe if you like this kind of shit. Subscribe to the video and check the links. Come to my store, check out my books on Amazon if you want to help monetarily. That's it for today. I'll see you all tomorrow. May your emblem endure.